Basically, we're here with Howard Schwartz of Hip Hop International, and he's going to tell us all about his day and what his experience was like, and what we could expect next. And I'm here with Dance Mogul magazine.
We're here in New York City. This is the 7th season for America's Best Dance Crew, and this is Season of the Superstar 2. So this season we're going to see some incredible superstars on the show. The guys and girls who bring the music, and make it happen. And of course here we are in New York where we find some of the very best dance crews in the whole nation. Alright? Okay. And we've been here today. We saw many crews. We came early in the morning, we're leaving late at night. We're really exhausted but also energized in the fact that we saw some incredible talent as we would expect to see in New York City. But it's not just New York. I mean, we've got Philadelphia, we brought in North Carolina came heavy today. We had New Jersey, a lot of New Jersey. Also a lot of kids. Last year was the first time we ever had a kids crew on the show. We've never gone below 18. Kind of exciting when we had Iconic Boys because it brought a new element to the show, a new bunch of fans for the show. A lot of young people that we never knew watched the show were out there watching it. And so of course this year, because of Iconic Boys last year, we saw a lot of youth groups and younger groups this year. And some of them really came and hit it hard. Others need more practice.
Okay.
But we're finding that hip-hop dance is growing huge. Basically a lot of younger people are coming. This year we're finding a lot of regeneration of crews, whereas we might have seen a crew 3, 4, 5 seasons ago. Now they're coming back. Some of them are established new crews. Some of them have gone on to create crews. Some of them are bringing younger crews out there. So it's really incredible the way we keep expanding the base. We have also something new that we found this year. What we decided to do is allow some of the crews from the past. We've invited some of our ABDC participants, crews that have been on the show, maybe had something to prove but got cut short along the way, maybe didn't get enough votes, or maybe they lost a battle and one of our judges sent them home. So we're allowing them to come back with a vengeance. We want to see really what they have. Okay. So we had here a couple of crews that came back this season. We've seen some in Chicago, we've seen some in Houston, and of course next week is LA, and we expect to see an incredible sample of all different types of crews from many different places across the USA. But again, we expect to see some surprises with some of the crews that we've seen before to come back and really hit it hard and maybe make it back on the show again. We'll see what happens.
What is your favorite audition site?
Excuse me?
What is your favorite audition site?
You know what? It's hard for me to say what my favorite audition site is because every one of them brings a different style, and that's what we really hope to find. We go to Chicago, we see a different style from the Midwest from what we see here in the Northeast. We go to Houston and we see what they're doing in the South, And of course in the West Coast we see a little bit of everything. Because what happens in the West Coast, sometimes people say, why do we favor the West Coast, or why do most of the dance crews, the winners come from the West Coast? And that's because it's the West Coast that employs the dancers. So when a dancer comes out and feels that he or she are ready to really make it big, they either go to New York, but the majority of them, I'd say, go to LA. That's where the videos are done, that's where motion pictures are done, that's where TV is done, and they have the most opportunity to make it in this world of dance as a professional. So they come out to LA and they form dance crews, or get together early as dance crews, and they come out for the show, but maybe not our show, maybe some other shows. So that's why, they're all different. I don't really favor one over the other, but I kind of look forward to all of them to see where they're going to bring. And in New York, we always expect to see something more street, something that we haven't seen back in LA. In LA, it might be a little more professional. In New York, what I really love about it is the energy is real, and you're really seeing kids that maybe don't have the money to put out to go to a club and dance with an instructor, but they have the passion, they have the raw talent. You just need to put it together. So we're sitting here watching some of these crews, and we know some of them don't have what some of the others might have in order to be trained, But we're willing to go and find those crews. If they have the raw talent and the energy, we'll work with them. We'll bring them back. We'll bring them back for the recall, so to speak, and have a chance to work with them and find that we can get the raw talent and build them.
And I noticed a part of the judging process for the auditions that you guys give them positive critiques in terms of how they can enhance themselves and better prepare themselves to either come back or even try it again. I noticed that you guys are doing to help groom them in the audition process. I got a lot of good feedback about that.
When we started the show, it was around the second or third season of American Idol, and everybody was saying, wow, Simon Cowell, and he's so rough on everybody and everything, and we felt, you know what, that's not what we want to be. What we want to do is encourage dancers. We don't want to send anybody home feeling that they didn't come out here and that we tore them apart. We're looking to help them. There's a lot of young kids here that have danced for the very, very first time. We know that they're not going to be on the show. They're not ready for the show. But why send them home dejected? Let's send them home enthusiastic about continuing to dance, and hopefully we'll see them back next season or the season thereafter and really have learned something. And many, many times the crews will come back and tell us, this is what you told us last time, and we really worked on it.
We're seeing that.
Right. So we really want people to walk out of here and saying, all I wanted was the opportunity to be here. I'm here now, and I did the best that I can do, and send them home and appreciate the fact that they came all this way and they didn't come for nothing. We're going to teach them a few things or critique them. Maybe they don't have somebody at home to critique them. If we can do it, that's what we're here for.
And what can they expect tomorrow when they come back, those that have the opportunity to come back?
Okay, well, tomorrow what we do, on America's Best Dance Crew, it's all about the challenge. We give a crew on every show a challenge, and they have to go back, and within 2 to 3 days they have to create a brand new routine without any help. I mean, we have choreographers, but the choreographers are only there to clean up the routine or maybe give them one little move to maybe make it a little bit better, but everything is on their own. So what we're going to see tomorrow is the crews are going to come back, do the routine we just saw again, but then we've given them a 1-minute piece of music that we've created from the same people who make our music on the show. And they have to come back tomorrow, and tonight every crew that comes back now for the callback is going to make a brand new routine on the 1-minute music we gave them. And they all get the same music.
Wow,
so everybody's going to be able to see, we're going to see one up against the other, who is able within 24 hours to come back and create a brand new routine to a piece of music they've never had before. That's a test.
Yes.
Because people don't realize how difficult it is, these crews, once they get on the show. Yes. Every week they have to come up with something new until they're off the show.
Wow.
So this is a test to see if they're able to really give us what we need, and that they're talented enough to quickly come up and create a routine and energy and talent.
Yes. Well, that's some good stuff. We appreciate your time.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you
Schwartz
very
from
much.
Hip Hop International, everybody. Support him and support everything that Hip Hop International is doing.
Thank you very much for being out here. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.